Hello. This is Sunday, um, March the 2nd, and of course we are in the midst of a winter storm, so we will not have class tomorrow, but I am going to do your PowerPoint presentation that we would have done in class on tomorrow. This is for my English class C, and please get some notebook paper, pencil, pen, anything you need to write with, and take careful notes as you would in class. Alright. This week our English focus is on sentence structure. Sentence structure. This is called sentence types. You have 4 basic sentence types. You have simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, and compound complex sentences. The basic elements of every sentence is a subject or predicate. And I think we discussed this back in probably like September of last year. Subject and predicate. Example, Mary plays tennis. The subject, of course, is Mary, and the predicate is plays tennis. Simple sentence. A simple sentence has one subject and one predicate. One subject, one predicate. That's a simple sentence. Please write that down. You will need to know that for your test. One subject, one predicate. Observe how a simple sentence is constructed. We went to San Juan yesterday. Pronoun for simple subject is we. The pronoun is actually the simple subject. Went is a verb. To San Juan is the complete predicate. One subject, one predicate. Compound subject is Tom and Mary. What's the difference between a simple subject and a compound subject? Simple subject is only one. Compound subject is 2 or more. Tom and Mary makes it a compound subject. Notice I didn't say a compound sentence. I said a compound subject. There is a difference. And you'll see in just a second what the difference is. Compound predicate, example, plays tennis and swim. Again, we're still looking at a simple sentence. Not compound sentence, only compound subject and compound predicate. And you'll see the difference in just a little bit. Here's the example we just showed you in the last slide. Tom and Mary play tennis. Compound sentence. Okay, this is what I was just telling you about. There's a difference between compound subject and compound predicate, and then a whole compound sentence. What do you think the difference is? Well, let's find out. A compound sentence has more than one part that can stand alone, or independent clauses. What are independent clauses? Independent clauses are connected by coordinating conjunction, conjunctive, adverb, or a semicolon. Independent clauses are connected by coordinating conjunction, conjunctive, adverb, or a semicolon. Okay? So, in other words, if I take a compound sentence apart, I can break it into 2 separate sentences because they're both independent clauses. compound sentence. We went to San Juan, and most of us danced all night. In this compound sentence, you will see that you have we as a subject, you have went as a verb, and you have San Juan as a predicate. Now, that is an independent clause all by itself. Okay? So that could stand alone. We don't need another sentence. However, we're going to join another sentence with this sentence by adding a comma first of all. The coordinating conjunction is and most of us danced all night. The subject is most of us, the verb is dance, and all night is the modifying phrase or predicate. To make it simple, it stays with the predicate. I don't think we discussed modifying phrases yet. Compound sentence. Use of coordinating conjunctions. You will have a subject and predicate. It's like a formula, so you may want to write this down. This is a formula how you can distinguish a compound sentence from a simple sentence. Okay, so the compound sentence, you still have your subject and predicate, but you have a conjunction that joins another subject and predicate with that subject and predicate, the first subject and predicate. Compound sentence. Tom swims. Tom swims is a sentence all alone. That could be a simple sentence all along. Why? Because you have a subject and you have a predicate. He swims. And Mary plays tennis. Again, that's a complete sentence all by itself. Mary plays tennis. But we want to join those sentences together. So Tom swims and Mary plays tennis. Now all of a sudden we have two separate independent clauses joined by a conjunction, which makes it a compound sentence. Compound sentence coordinated conjunctions are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. I'm sorry, let me go back one more time. Go ahead and write those down. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Coordinating conjunctions. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Look at that. If I take the first letter of each word, what does that spell? Saying boys. Saying boys. That's how you can remember what your coordinating conjunctions are. Saying boys. That's a really simple way to remember your conjunction or your coordinating conjunction. Tom swims and Mary plays tennis. Again, this is something I just said. Your first clause is independent and it says Tom swims, and your second clause is independent and it says Mary plays tennis. However, let me stress this again. What makes a clause or an independent clause? An independent clause is a sentence that can stand all alone. It's a complete clause. Okay. Remember that you must have a comma before and in compound sentence, or a comma before the conjunction in a compound sentence. Conjunctive adverbs. Moreover, however, otherwise, therefore. Moreover, however, otherwise, therefore. Conjunctive adverbs. Bob is handsome. Moreover, he is rich. Two independent clauses joined together, becoming, joined together by a conjunctive adverb, which now becomes a compound sentence. Semicolon before a conjunctive adverb and comma after a conjunctive adverb. Yeah, you may want to take note on that. So when you're using a conjunctive adverb, a semicolon always comes before the conjunctive adverb and a comma always comes after the conjunctive adverb. Conjunctive adverb float. Conjunctive adverbs are sometimes called floating adverbs because they can be positioned at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of a clause. Conjunctive adverbs at the beginning, in the middle, at the end. And here are 3 examples. The first is an example of a conjunctive adverb being in the beginning. Bob is handsome, semicolon, moreover, comma, he is rich. Now in the middle. Bob is handsome, he is, comma, moreover, comma, rich. Bob is handsome, semicolon, he is rich, comma, moreover. Semicolon. If the relation between the ideas expressed in the main clauses is very close and obvious without a conjunction, you can separate the clauses with a semicolon. What do you mean? Well, let's find out. Tom has benefited from his exercise program. He is slim and energetic. There is no conjunction needed here because it fits so perfect. It flows right from Tom being benefited from his exercising program, and then it tells you exactly how he has benefited. So here you can just use a semicolon. Now, could you use a conjunction? You sure can, but it's not necessary. Alright, complex sentences. A complex sentence has at least 2 parts. One that can stand alone, and another that cannot. Alright, so now we're going to go into independent combined with a dependent clause. Okay? The part that cannot stand alone is linked to the rest of the sentence by a subordinating conjunction. Since my boyfriend and I wanted to have fun, comma, we went to San Juan yesterday. The clause that cannot stand alone is simply wanted to have fun. You notice there is no subject. It's like you're leaving the thought hanging. There's no complete thought there. There's no subject and no predicate. Well, there is a predicate if you add a subject, but no, there's no subject to for the predicate. There's no subject. Okay. The part that can stand alone, which is the independent clause, is we went to San Juan yesterday. Okay, so here we have a complex sentence. Alright, here's the formula for a complex sentence. Subject and predicate, even though subject and predicate. Bob is popular, even though he is ugly. Alright. Subordinating conjunctions. The most common subordinating conjunctions are after, although, as, because, before, how, if, once, since, then, that, though, till, until, when, with, whether, and while. Bob is popular even though he is ugly. Alright, now like I said before, you have an independent clause, which is what? Answer by yourself. Bob is popular. Dependent clause. He is ugly. Because you cannot hang it. So they need to be joined together with the independent clause through a subordinating conjunction. This is just showing you the different ways that you can use your subordinating conjunction. You can use it at the middle or in the beginning. Alright, compound complex sentences. Compound complex sentence. This type of sentence has more than one part that can stand alone, and at least one that cannot. Oh my goodness. What are we getting ourselves into here? Alright, hang on. We're going to get there. So now we have the simple sentence, which was simple, a subject and predicate. We went from there to a compound sentence, which was a subject and predicate joined together with a conjunction, to join together with another subject and predicate through a conjunction. You have a complex sentence, which is an independent clause plus a dependent clause. Now all of a sudden we have a compound complex sentence, which is a mixture of at least more than one part that can stand alone and at least one that cannot. So 2 independent, 1 dependent. Conjunctions link the different parts of this sentence. Since we wanted to have fun, my boyfriend and I went to San Juan yesterday, and we danced all night. Okay. The part that cannot stand alone is since we wanted to have fun. That part cannot stand alone. It's not a complete sentence. It's not even a simple sentence. It doesn't have a subject and predicate. And of course, you see your subordinated conjunction sentence. And then we move down. My boyfriend and I. That's your subject. Went to San Juan. That's your predicate. Now we have another subject and predicate that can stand alone. And, which is a conjunction, of course, we danced all night. Okay, so there you have a clause or independent clause because we danced all night can stand alone. And my boyfriend and I went to San Juan, of course, to stand alone. Alright, here's another formula. Mike is popular because he is good looking, but he is not very happy. What do you see here? Do you see in the first, Mike is popular? What do you see? You see a simple sentence or an independent clause. Below that you have because. You see a subordinated conjunction. He is good looking, but he is not very happy. Okay, so you have 2 independent clauses and 1 dependent clause joined by a conjunction of but. Exercises. This is when you need your pencils and paper, a clean sheet so you can practice as you would in class. Alright. Say if the following sentences are simple, compound, complex, or compound complex. Number 1, bell ring. Number 2, Bridget ran the first part of the race, and Tyra bites the second part. Number 3, he stands at the bottom of the cliff while the climber moves up the rock. Number 4, the skier turns and jumps. And number 5, Naoki passed the test because he studied hard and understood the material. Answer number 1, bell rang before. Simple. Number 2, there's no full explanation. Number 1 is pretty a simple reason why it's a simple sentence. You only have a simple subject and a simple predicate. The bell rang. Number 2, Bridget ran the first part of the race and Tyra bites the second part. What do you think that was? Compound. Why? Why does it compound? Right. Because you have conjunction joining 2 independent clauses. Okay. Number 3, he stands at the bottom of the cliff while the climber moves up the rock. Yes, complex. Why is it complex? What's a complex sentence again? A complex sentence is made up of what? 2 parts. That's right. At least one independent clause, one dependent clause. Here it says he stands at the bottom of the cliff. Then you have a subordinate conjunction, which is while the climber moves up the rock. So you have he stands at the bottom of the cliff, of course, independent, dependent, the climber moves up the rock. Number 4 example, we're going to say that example is only one subject and one predicate. Well, the compound predicate would is 2. And number 5, compound complex. Alright, now y'all can pass the test because it's pretty hard. And under this material, you have a subordinating conjunction. And you have a coordinating conjunction. You have 2 independent clauses and only 1 independent clause. Because Kayla has so much fun experience, we asked her to read our group. What do you think that is? That's it. Let's break this down. Because what kind of conjunction is it? First of all, yes, it's a subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunction is only used in what kind of sentences? That's right, either complex or compound complex. So we know it's one of those 2. Because Kayla has so much fun experience, we asked her to lead our group. You only have one subordinating conjunction. You don't have any coordinating conjunction. So you automatically know, one subordinating, no coordinating. It must be a complex sentence. If they have a coordinating conjunction like and, then it will be compound complex. Alright. Number 2, you and I need PM lessons, of course, that's simple. Okay. I plan to go to the hockey game, but I couldn't get tickets. That is what? I'm saying. We have 2 independent clauses joined by conjunction. Dorothy likes whitewater rafting, but she also enjoys kayaking. Compound law. You have 2 independent clauses joined by conjunction. Number 5, there are many problems to solve before this program can be used, but engineers believe they will be able to solve them soon. Correct, which one do you think this is? That's right, you have a subordinating conjunction and a coordinating conjunction. Which means you're looking at a compound complex. Right, that's the end. Go back. I think I reposted the quizzes on the weekend. Go back and redo those, practice those. I think I added it as a assessment, so it shouldn't complete until you made a perfect score. So go back, do that over the course of tomorrow, and be prepared for Tuesday or whenever we get back to school. Thank you. Keep warm and have a great Monday. Bye.